you want to get a nose piercing. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video on nose piercing advice and tips that you need to know if you want to get your nose pierced. So I've had my nose pierced for 2 years now, and I've pretty much been through everything with this piercing. My piercing took a year to fully heal. I'm going to give you tips and advice that you need to know if you want to get your nose pierced, so stay tuned. There are so many videos on YouTube of people going to like malls and getting their nose pierced with a gun. Now, the reason that this is so unsafe and so dangerous is because when you get anything pierced with a gun, including your ears, basically it's the gun and the earring, and the gun puts blunt force on whatever's getting pierced and basically forces the jewelry through, and this can cause damage to your cartilage. So don't get your nose pierced with a gun. Go to a tattoo shop or a piercing shop and get your piercing done with a needle. The second thing you need to know is you need to be asking your piercer what size needle they're piercing you with. They call this a gauge. So you need to ask, what gauge are you piercing me with? Because this will help when your piercing is healed. It'll help you know what size jewelry to get, because I know it's super confusing. I went online and I was like, 20 gauge, 22 gauge, like what do I get? And so ask your piercer, hey, what gauge are you piercing me with? And then you'll know what size jewelry to buy. Number 3 is to buy surgical steel or titanium for your jewelry, the jewelry that you're gonna be putting in your nose after it starts to heal. You can change your jewelry 6 to 8 weeks after you get it pierced, and you want to buy titanium or surgical steel. I know it's really enticing to get silver and gold, but for the amount of times that you're gonna have to be cleaning it throughout the day, it's gonna tarnish expensive jewelry. So get surgical steel or titanium. If you didn't know, I have a nose jewelry haul on my channel. I got all my nose jewelry from Spencer, so I'll link that in the iCard. Do not buy expensive aftercare. I know the place where I got my nose pierced, they tried to get me to buy this expensive saline solution type stuff, and it's just not, you don't really need it. All you need is salt water, tea tree oil, and a really sensitive soap. You don't have to buy expensive aftercare. Number 5, oh my goodness, I'm getting a headache just thinking about it, but washcloths are so bad. You need to avoid washcloths and things that just have like loose threads, because if it catches on your piercing, it can rip it out. Number 6, this can seem kind of self-explanatory, but some people are just hard-headed and don't want to listen. So do not take your piercing out before it's fully healed. This can actually hurt your healing journey. And the reason that they say 6 to 8 weeks is for a reason. When you get your nose pierced, you're basically inviting bacteria to the party. You're saying, hey, bacteria, hey, open wound. So don't change your jewelry until the 2-month mark if you're trying to be safe, but honestly, wait as long as you can. I know I personally got a stud and I was so eager to change it to a hoop, but I still had to wait like some months. Do not rotate your piercing. I know at some places they'll be like, rotate it once a day, rotate it. Like, make sure you rotate your jewelry once a day, twist and turn it. It's gonna irritate it more than help it. So just, if anything, it's gonna get rotated when you clean it. So don't intentionally try to twist it. It's just not good for it. Number 8, this is super TMI, but you have to know if you want a nose piercing. There's gonna be some weird substances and scents that might come from your piercing. Do not be alarmed. This is normal. But I was having some issues with like the scent. So if you're having issues like that, change your jewelry. because I was putting really cheap beauty supply store jewelry in my nose, and that's when the problem started. So just make sure, go to Spencer's or any trusted place that has quality jewelry, because as soon as I started wearing cheap jewelry, that's when the problem started. Last thing you need to know, number 9, even after it's fully healed, you're still gonna have to clean it. I clean mine personally every night with peppermint or tea tree oil, and this is just a good practice to have. The area around it gets weird, it gets a little sweaty sometimes. So yeah, these are all the tips you need to know if you want to get your nose pierced. If you find any of these tips helpful, or you do end up getting your nose pierced, please let me know. Thanks for watching this video. Bye.